Well, let's take a look at Chapter 12 and an essential question around developing and delivering business presentations. I think a core question is, how are you going to develop confidence in yourself to perform a business presentation? Well, you see figure 12.2 in your textbook, page 3112. Planning for various audience mindsets. To me, that is how you develop confidence. The text, this visual, talks about 5 different descriptions of the audience. And to me, that says it all. So I want to tell you my story. I was hired to become the training and development manager at a refinery in Delaware. I knew nothing about refining, and I knew nothing about unionization and working as a manager with union reps. That's going to be a prelude to the big story. That happened the first 30 days of my time at Delaware. But my hiring manager, and later my Shell champion in corporate in Houston, was my champion. And he was a very supportive individual. Take a look at the definition of supportive. He was always encouraging me, telling me stories of his background and how he encountered problems and how he solved them. Well, the job was to create a strategic training plan and present it to our executive team. And there they are. We'll learn more about them later. We had to talk about the audience and think of the culture. First, the culture of the refinery. You had both the union leadership culture and the culture of all the members of the union. You had the culture of the plant executive team. They came from different places. The plant manager had brought a guy with him wherever he went, peas in a pod, but they came out of a different oil business. I won't say which one it was, but in that business, they'll punch you in the face before they'll talk to you. Very, very aggressive. And then the culture of Shell refining. They wanted to clone all the plant processes, including training, into the same process with the same materials. The problem was, cloning doesn't always work. Shell did not want us to reinvent the wheel. And that's why they wanted cloning. So on the left, you see the 5 issues that concerned folk in the visual, but I only had 3 to worry about. Everyone was interested and nobody was neutral. Those are the 3 I had to work with. You've already heard of the plant manager being supportive, but many people were worried and hostile. Why? They didn't like change, and they wanted to know what's in it for them. So we did a stakeholder analysis. We did it by operational unit, the manager of that unit, the unionized employees of that unit. We were looking for people who may not be powerful in the union leadership role, but were influential because people listened to them because of their experience. So we built the case for change, a training department formalized, and we included union concerns. I did one-on-ones with the factory workers and with the union reps. I went to small meetings. Every shift starts with a meeting, and I show up and get a minute on a standing agenda. And of course, there were lots of things going on behind the scenes. Probably a lot more that I don't know about than I do know about. So it was presentation day to the executive team. They were armed and ready. So we sat around a conference table. I wanted to emphasize that this was not a stand-up presentation. I had prepared a bound document walking through the organizational structure, the pros and the cons. You have to remember, this was before email went nuts with attachments everywhere. We centered on those items, and the plan was approved, and the training department was rolled out. Well, I hope this has given you some thoughts about 5 key elements and the visual on page 312. Thank you.